Hey, welcome to Junior Youth Group. It's good to be back with all of you. Today we have a great lesson as we celebrate those who show us fatherly love. We have an awesome game, we have an exciting story, and we also have a fun craft, a Shrinky Dink craft, which was in your Sunday school packet. Now, for doing this, you want to make sure you have an adult with you to help you do this project. All sorts of fun stuff as we celebrate those who show us fatherly love. Well, with that, let's head on in to our opening game. Well, welcome to our game today, Fatherly Love Matching Game. Each of these you'll try to match those that show that character fatherly love. Here's our first one. Who shows Pinocchio fatherly love? Jot down your answers, and there might be more than one. Right? Here's our next one. Who shows Grogu fatherly love? Jot down your answers. Okay. Who shows Simba fatherly love? Again, remember, sometimes there might be more than one answer. Who shows Merida fatherly love? Got your answer? Who shows Boo fatherly love? Jot down your answers. Who shows Russell fatherly love? Did you get your answer? Who shows the kid from Ice Age fatherly love? Okay. Who shows Mowgli fatherly love? Who shows Mulan fatherly love? Got your answers? Who shows Luke Skywalker fatherly love? Again, there might be more than one answer. Who shows Aladdin fatherly love? Did you get your answer? Finally, who shows Tiana fatherly love? Got your answer down? Thanks for playing the Fatherly Love Matching Game. Remember to send me your answers. All right, well, with that, let's head on in to our story. Our story today is entitled My Dad, written by Susan Quinn and illustrated by Marina Ruiz. It's a great story, so let's head on in and read our story. Here's our story, entitled My Dad, written by Susan Quinn and illustrated by Marina Ruiz. My dad has never been on a spaceship to a galaxy deep in space, or been a secret agent, or won a Grand Prix. He isn't super busy, Dad, always flying here and there, but my dad is fantastic. Dad makes mornings special because he loves to bake. He makes the best cookies and my favorite chocolate cake. He gives me rides round the garden. He grows vegetables all in a row, and it's fun to pull up carrots, shouting, "Ready, set, go!" Dad says shopping is boring, but we never know who we'll meet when we pretend we're in a jungle looking for tasty food to eat. Dad teaches me so many things, like how to ride my bike, what fun it is to roller skate, and how to fly a kite. He takes me to soccer and watches my team play. Then cheers me up and makes me smile when I've had a really bad day. Sometimes we go for picnics and look for shells beside the sea. Then we watch the sunset under the shade of a big tree. If it rains, we splash through puddles, stomp through leaves of gold and red, and gaze at a colorful rainbow high above my head. When it's cold, we make a snowman and angels in the snow. We pull the sled to the top of the hill, then down the slope we go. Even when it's bath time, Dad always makes me laugh. We imagine lots of pirate ships with billowing white masts. Bedtime is for stories and for snuggling up tight. Then we count the twinkling stars before Dad says, "Night, night." I love the time I spend with Dad. He's the best dad. I bet he's the best a dad can be. And every day is special when it's just my dad and me. Me and Dad. And that's our story. Well, with that, let's head on into our craft. Hey, so we are here doing our craft for our Father's Day Junior Youth Group. In your packets, you each received a little bag like this that has some beads and string and keychain pieces. You received an instruction sheet, and you received some sheets of Shrinky Dink paper. Now, it's important to note for this project that you want to do this with an adult. So, So the first thing you're going to do is your adult is going to go preheat your oven. Turn your oven on to 325 on bake. All right, so once you got your oven warming up, the next step you're going to do, other things you're going to need some markers, permanent markers. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a hole puncher. And you're going to need a cookie sheet where you put aluminum foil on the cookie sheet so it doesn't stick to the cookie sheet. Now you can do all sorts of designs. You're going to take your piece of Shrinky Dink paper, and on the sanded side, that's the side that's kind of a little more opaque, a little more kind of cloudy. That's the side you're going to draw on, and you can draw a picture for your dad or father person. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trace my hand. I'm going to trace my hand. Put my hand down there. I get my permanent marker. And you may need someone else to trace your hand. I'm going to trace my hand. So there's my tracing of my hand. And you may get some permanent marker on your hand, which you can wash a little bit here with soap and water. Then maybe you want to write something on your thing, or color it, or decorate. So I am going to write, Dad, I love you. See, just like that. Now we're making keychains with these. The shrinky dink, this is going to shrink down. We'll put it in the oven. But in your hole puncher, you can line it up. See, I punched a little hole, which is where I'm going to put the string for the keychain. Then you'll use your scissors, and you're going to cut your design out. You may need an adult to help you cut it, because this stuff is a little hard to cut. So when you're all done, you'll get it cut out like that. And then you're going to put it on your thing, on your cookie sheet, with your aluminum foil between the, and you want to put it so that the sanded side that you wrote on and drew on is face up. And then you're going to go stick that in your oven, and you're going to watch it real carefully, and give it about a couple minutes, 2 minutes, and it'll shrink down. So we're going to put mine in my oven, and I'll be right back. So once your stuff has come out of the oven, it may look something like this. Now, just a warning, your items may tend to kind of shrink up together. And if they start to, as soon as they come out of the oven like that, you want to use an oven mitt, an adult, and carefully bend back the things to bring it apart. Otherwise, you can sometimes, but you can see there's my hand, and then I also made a little guitar, because my dad likes to play the guitar. Now, and your hole, which was a lot bigger, has gotten pretty small now. Now, in the bag I sent you, you had some letters, you had some beads, and you had some little rings, keychain rings, and a piece of string. You're going to take one of the little rings, and they will kind of bend and open up, and you're going to stick one of those through the little hole, and you're going to put the keychain, the big ring, on there, and then you're going to bend it back. Then you're going to take one of the other little rings, bend it again, and put it onto the big ring too, and bend it back. So you have something looks like that. Then with your string, you've got a piece of string, you've got some colored beads, and you've got the letters. And I didn't know what you like to call your dad or your father person, whether you call him dad or daddy or pop or papa. Or anyway, so I gave you a combination of letters, and you can use whatever letters you want. So I'm going to put dad in mine. The first thing you do is tie a little knot in your string, and I'm going to put some colored beads on first. Just stick them over the string. Then make sure when you put the bead with the letter on that you put it facing the way you want it to face. So there's my D. I'm going to put another colored bead. And then you're going to tie another knot on that end, right next to the beads. And then whichever end you want to use, you're going to tie that onto the little ring. And you have a bunch of string you can cut off. Tie that a couple times. Cut off your extra string on that side. Cut off your extra string on the other side. And then you've got your Father's Day keychain. All done. Well, thanks for joining us for another junior youth group. Hope you had a great time and enjoyed the game and the story, and hope your Shrinky-Dink Craft Father's Day keychain came out great. We hope just encourage you to take time here this month to honor those in your lives who show you fatherly love. Take the time to say thank you, to tell them that we love them. Well, thanks again for joining us for another junior youth group. See you next time.